everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another makeup tutorial, and this is going to be an everyday healthy glow makeup tutorial. I fancy doing a summery kind of makeup tutorial, and I felt like I just wanted to get one more summery makeup tutorial squeezed in whilst I still had the chance. So that is what today's video is going to be. I'm going to be doing a really glowing, healthy looking skin, a really flawless, glowy, healthy looking base, and then sort of like goldeny eyes, and just everything looking super healthy, glowy and summery. So yes, if you want to see how I create that look, then carry on watching this video. Okay, so to prime my skin, I'm going to be starting off with the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow, which is actually a very cool product. You can use this in so many different ways. Today I'm going to be using it as a primer. You can also mix it in with your foundation, and you can also use it on top of your foundation as a highlighter, but I'm just going to be using it today as a primer. Okay, then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Bourjois City Radiance foundation. As you can see, I've not got much of this left. I'm down to sort of squeezing the last little bits out the tube. That is because I love it so much. It's definitely a really great foundation if you want that radiant look. I'm going to be adding a bit of an extra glow to my foundation by mixing in some of the Body Shop Radiant Highlighter. I love this stuff. This product is really versatile, and I'm just going to mix the two of those on the back of my hand, and it's just going to help give my foundation that gorgeous glow that I'm after. And then I'm just going to dot that all around my face. And then blend that in using a mixture of the Zoeva Silk Finish Brush and my Beauty Blender. I'm then going to be going in and using a little bit of concealer. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW15, and this is actually brand new to my collection. I haven't used this yet, and I'm just going to pump a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to apply it to any areas I need just using my finger. And then I'm going to blend that in with my Beauty Blender. I am just going to quickly dampen it using the Burr Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. Just going to dampen my Beauty Blender with that, and then just dab that into my skin. Okay, so now my skin is nice and perfected, I'm going to move on to my brows. Today I'm going to be using a mixture of the Soap&Glory Brow Archery and the MAC Shale Eyeshadow. And I'm just going to quickly brush through them and then fill them in. Okay, so I don't really know what happened to my eyebrows then. For some reason they did not seem to go right, so I'm just going to leave it because I'm not really too fussed. I'm now going to move on to my eye makeup. So today I'm going to be using the Morphe 12NB palette. You guys have seen this in a tutorial before. It looks like this. It's really gorgeous. It's very warm toned, which is obviously the look that I'm going for today. So I'm going to be using my Zoeva Rose Gold Luxe Soft Crease Brush. I'm going to be taking the second shade in, which is this pale shade here, just to cover my entire eyelid as a base. I'm then going to bronze things up a little bit and use this shade here, which is a really gorgeous shimmery bronzy gold colour. And I'm just going to tap that onto my eyelid, just very gently, just to give it a little bit of colour. And then blend that through the crease. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and just blend that out. I'm also just going to take a little bit of that same shade on a pencil brush and drag that underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to be using some of the NYX Taupe High Definition Blush, and I'm actually going to be using it as an eyeshadow because I have found out that this is way too dark to use on me as a blusher. It doesn't particularly work that well, so I'm going to be adding a little bit of this to the crease of my eye. And it works really, really well because it's a matte shade and it just darkens up the crease a little bit. Okay, I'm then going to be taking my byTerry Ombre Blackstar, and this is in the shade Bronze Moon, and I'm basically just going to be applying this to the roots of my eyelashes and just blending it out as I go along using my finger. So I'm going to take it out as if I'm doing a winged liner. So I'm just going to sort of drag it up a little bit and then blend that down. This is probably going to surprise quite a few of you, but today I'm actually not going to be applying any liquid eyeliner because I have tried out this look here and I feel like I do quite like it, but I will see when I've done the rest of my makeup. So time for mascara. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, now to brighten the underneaths of my eyes, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Radiance Reveal Concealer, and I'm literally just going to pop a little bit of that underneath my eyes. And then to set that in place, I'm going to use a bit of the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm just going to pop that on a Zoe Volux crease brush and just pop that underneath to set the concealer in place so that it doesn't crease. Okay, now time to bronze up my skin. I'm going to use the Soap&Glory Solar Powder Bronzer. I love this stuff and I'm basically just going to swirl the two shades together, make it a little bit shimmery and bronze up my face. Time for a little bit of contour. Of course, I'm using my Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in the shade Light, and I'm taking this and I'm just going to pop a little bit underneath my cheekbones and blend that out. And then I'm going back in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I'm just going to pop a little bit again on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to pop that just underneath my contour and down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, now time for my favourite part, highlighter. So the first highlighter I'm going to be using today is the MUA Strobe and the Strobe & Glow Highlight Kit. So you've got a powder highlight on the top and then a cream highlight on the bottom. I'm actually going to be using a mixture of the two of them. So I'm just going to take them on a Zoeva highlight brush. I'm going to go in with the cream one to start with and just try and get a little bit built up on the brush. I absolutely love this highlighter, but the one thing I do find, it is slightly difficult to apply once you've already got foundation on. So I'm just going to try this and see if this works better. I'm also just going to pop a little bit of this on the inner corners of my eyes, just using my fingertips. And as you can see, it really just is amazing. The second highlighter I'm going to go in with is the Rosie for Autograph highlighter. I'm just going to be popping that over the top just to really make that glow, and it just looks amazing. These two highlighters together work so well. So for lips, I'm going to be using a combination of a gloss and a lipstick. The lipstick is MAC's HoneyLove. And then the second product I'm going in with is one of Tanya Burr's lip glosses, and this is in the shade Lunch Date. And I'm literally just going to pop a tiny little bit on top and blend it in. So that is my everyday healthy glow makeup tutorial for summer. And it makes me kind of sad that this is probably going to be the last makeup tutorial that's based around a summery sort of bronzy glow look. But I am also excited at the same time to start filming some autumn makeup tutorials. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you did. Remember to click subscribe down below if you haven't already. I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye!